Good morning, students. We were doing chapter 6 of geography, manufacturing industries beta, and today we are going to start mineral based industries. What are mineral based industries? The industries which use minerals as their raw material, minerals or metals as their raw material are called mineral based industries. For example, your iron and steel industry, cement industry, aluminum industries, all these industries are coming in this category. So in mineral based industries, first of all we are going to do iron and steel industry. But iron and steel industry is very important for any country, and it is known as basic industry because it provides raw material to many industries. A second use of iron and steel industry is that it manufacture a lot of things also, such as engineering goods, in construction also so many things are used which are made up of iron and steel. Okay, in defense, in medical, in telephonic, scientific equipments and others, a large variety of consumer goods are using iron and steel as a raw material. So these things are made by iron and steel, so it is called basic industry. Second, it is also called heavy industries because the raw material which is used in iron and steel industry is heavy in weight. Iron is heavy, limestone, coal is bulky. Okay, yani this industry is also known as heavy industry, and the output of the iron and steel industry is also heavy, that is iron and steel. Okay, so that's why this industry is also known as heavy industry. One marks question can be asked, why iron and steel industry is also known as heavy industry, or why it is known as basic industry. Now beta, many things are required to convert iron ore into steel. First of all, देखो what is required: iron ore, coking coal and limestone. These three things are required in the ratio of 4:2:1. ठीक है. Then some quantity of manganese is also added to harden the steel. So now we will do its process के how the iron and steel industry works, how iron ore is converted into steel. The first of all, the beta, that raw material, that is iron ore, limestone, coking coal, will be transported to the plant. Then beta, in plant big furnaces are kept, and in these big furnaces iron ore will be smelted, and during this procedure beta, limestone will be added in it. Okay, and coal will be used to blast the furnace. Okay, then when this iron ore will be melted, then molten material will be poured into molds called pigs. Okay, so this after melting it we will get the pig iron, which is inferior quality of iron. Okay, then steel making, pig iron is further purified by melting and oxidizing the impurities, and in this manganese and nickel are also added. Okay, after adding these beta, these things, rolling, pressing, casting and forging will be done, and finally क्या होगा, we will get the metal. So this is the procedure of making steel. Now it's a India's position for iron and steel. India's position beta, according to 2016, India produces near about 95.6 million tons of steel. Okay, and India ranked third among the world's crude steel producers. It is the largest producer of sponge iron, okay, in the world. Then we are going to do one, there are iron and steel plants. So iron and steel plants can be of two types. First है आपका mini iron and steel plant, second है आपका बेटा integrated steel plant. So what is difference between these two? By name you can understand, mini plant is in small size. Okay, so it is smaller. Mini iron plant is smaller in size. It has electric furnaces, not the coal furnaces. Okay beta, it uses steel scrap and sponge iron to make steel. It has re-rollers that use steel ingots as well. They produce mild and alloy steel These type of variety is made by the mini plants. और integrated plants क्या होते हैं? Integrated plants are large plants. Okay, they handles everything in a complex way. Big blast furnaces are also there. They are putting together all the raw material in large quantity to make steel, to for rolling, forging, for everything na they are using large quantity of material. These are big large iron and steel plants. Okay, and beta most of the heavy this iron and steel industry, heavy industry, are in public sector, and one example is SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. You will surprise beta, China got its independence in 1949, and in 1950 India and China were producing same quantity of iron and steel. But now at present today, China is the largest producer of steel, and China is the largest consumer of the steel as well. Okay, in 2004 India was the largest exporter of steel, which accounted for 2.25% of the global steel trade. Now areas in which areas iron and steel plants are located, industries are located, Chota Nagpur Plateau region. Okay, what are the reasons? I think you can tell what are the reasons. Ki in this Chota Nagpur Plateau region, raw material easily available. Okay, and labor availability is good. Okay, and the market is also nearby. Means of transportation are also good in this area. So all these things are available. That's why most of the iron and steel industries are located in Chota Nagpur Plateau region. Then beta, next is our problems. Which problems are faced by iron and steel in India? First problem faced by iron and steel is beta high cost and limited availability of coking coal. Coking coal in Indian industries, na most of the time coking coal is used in the blast furnaces, so its availability is less, and the cost of processing of iron ore is also very high. Second beta, low productivity of the labor is lazy, they are not doing their work properly, है ना. So this is also a problem for iron and steel industry. And main thing is erratic power supply, irregular supply of energy, long electricity cuts are also another problem. Okay, poor infrastructure is also another problem of iron and steel industry in India. फिर भी बेटा iron and steel industry is very important industry in India. Okay, and it is able to fulfill our domestic needs at all. Okay, so after liberalization and foreign direct investments have given a boost to this industry. Liberalization ki when trade barriers were removed and other countries were invited to come and invest in our country, free trade areas were made, says special economic zones were made. So all these things have given boost to the iron and steel industries. So this was all about your iron and steel industry. Second industry which we are going to do today is your automobile industry. Automobile industry. So next topic is automobile industry. Automobile industry provides vehicles, you know beta, है ना, such as your trucks, cars, 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, है ना, आपकी cycle, scooter, all these things are provided by automobile industry. Okay, multi-utility vehicles are also coming, and in this category they are also manufactured by the automobile industries beta. After liberalization, as I told you, and iron and steel industry got a boost. In the same way, automobile industry also increased in India after liberalization. ठीक है, as liberalization यानी trade barriers were removed, many new automobile industries started coming in India, and they introduced their models, their cars, their other vehicles. Okay, it has increased the trade. Okay, many industries were also set up in India due to liberalization in India. Okay, so beta this industry has experienced a quantum jump in less than 15 years. Foreign direct investment, FDI, foreign direct investment, yani when other countries are coming and investing money in our country, that is called foreign direct investment. Okay, so foreign direct investment has increased the number of automobile industries in India. Okay, at present there are near about 15 manufacturer of passenger cars and multi-utility vehicles, 9 of commercial vehicles, and 14 of the 2 and 3 wheelers. Where these industries are located? These industries are located around Delhi, Gurugram, Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Lucknow, Indore, Hyderabad, Jamshedpur, and Bangalore. But these industries are also facing some problems in India. What are the problems? First problem is erratic power supply. Second is shortage of skilled labor. Skilled labor is required to work in industries, automobile industries, but there is a shortage of skilled labor and they are expensive also. Okay, then lack of capital investment in India. Okay, and last is lack of infrastructure. So this was all about your automobile industries. Goodbye.